Hey everyone, I just read Leviathan Falls by James S. A. Corey, and say what you will, at least they got to the ending. Weird to think this is the first long-running series I've covered that has actually concluded. It's a book about humanity at war with itself, with Laconia's fractured empire struggling to maintain control, while the underground works to throw off their shackles, and a select few, including the equally fractured crew of the Rocinante, working to keep an even greater threat from wiping out all human life before the outcome of the war can even be decided. The pros? It was great to finally get definitive answers about the setting's mysterious extraterrestrials. They were satisfying, they were captivating, and more than anything they were suitably alien. I've always found that massive long-running stories like this work best when, no matter what happens in between, the conflict at the end of the series is the same at its core as the conflict at the beginning, and this book did that very well in many ways, even right down to the title. And I'm generally not a fan of new major characters coming into the plot right at the end of a story, be they heroes or villains, but Tanaka was so much fun that she managed to be the exception, even if it was only her characterization that got her across that line, rather than her function in the story. The cons? I suppose it's only appropriate given this book is a reflection of the early series, but there was some really clunky pacing here. Like in the earlier entries, it felt like things were happening for the sake of getting the plot to where it needed to be for something else, rather than things were happening naturally. For example, the events at the school, and pretty much everything in Freehold. The villain's big final plot doesn't come out of nowhere, it was adequately set up across the whole series, but that doesn't make it any less silly to me. I do think the authors handled it in the absolute best way possible. There's just something inherently a bit ridiculous about it that I couldn't take seriously, sorry. And this book ends very abruptly once the major conflict is resolved. Not to say that was a bad thing, I actually really enjoyed the epilogue, but given this is the last time we'll be in this universe, in this context, with these characters, I would have liked to have seen a bit more resolution for the secondary plot threads built up across the series, but this is mostly a nitpick. Endings are hard, and overall I think the authors stuck the landing, but the book definitely wasn't without its problems for me. Given this is the last book in the series, I can't recommend it on its own, but if you enjoyed the other 8, go for it, you owe it to yourself. And I'm giving Leviathan Falls an A. What should I read next? Comment down below. If you liked the review and want to see more, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.